if you've read your Bible, which I've been doing recently, there is actually some wild stories. And judging by the title, you're probably thinking, what am I in for? Well, I'm about to tell you. So, in Matthew chapter 14, in Matthew chapter 14, 1, I have it right in front of me. You have this guy named King Herod, okay? He's not a good dude, alright? He tried to kill Jesus when he was born. So obviously that's a red flag. But anyways, moving on. So we also have another character. So we have King Herod, and we have his niece, and then we have John the Baptist, Jesus's cousin. So to give you some context, Jesus' cousin John the Baptist was put in prison because he was performing acts of God, which King Herod is not fond of. So he was in prison, and he was there for about a few days. And King Herod's birthday was celebrated, and everyone was like, having a good time. They were partying. And King Herod was literally willing to do anything for his niece, or it says here in the Bible, his brother's wife's daughter. Okay. And he has a thing for his niece, which kind of, as I'm reading this, it sounds a little bit sus, but that is how it went down back in the old days in Hebrew times. So I'm not gonna judge. Well, I am gonna judge because that's pretty terrible. But the point. So getting on to the point. My goodness. So they're celebrating King Herod's birthday, right? And the niece, or King Herod was like, "Hey, niece, I'm willing to do anything, even though it's my birthday and I should be celebrating how old I am. I'm gonna treat you, my niece, whatever you want. I'll give you anything, whether it be riches, whether it be animals, whether it be dead people's heads. I want a dead person's head." Yep. She wanted John the Baptist's head on a platter for dinner. And literally, King Herod was like, "All right, I'm gonna do it." So he sent his guard, and well, a few minutes later, when dinner came around, John the Baptist's head was on a platter. And you know what the niece said in return, or what King Herod got in return? The niece just said, "Thank you." All right. Now think about it. You're willing to kill someone, give it to someone else, and all you get is a thank you. Not even like this person didn't even get like some anything in return. I don't know. I can't really think of anything that you would want in return. If you think I'm capping, I can read it to you right now. Starting on Matthew chapter 14, verse 6. But when Herod's birthday was celebrated, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. Therefore, he promised with an oath to give whatever she might ask. All right. And then she says, having been prompted by her mother, said, "Give me John the Baptist's head on here on a platter." Then the king was sorry. Nevertheless, because of the oaths and because of those who sat with him, he commanded it to be given to her. So he sent and had John beheaded in prison, and his head was brought on the platter and given to the girl, and she brought it to her mother and was very pleased. End verse. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought that was a pretty crazy story to tell on today's channel. But yeah, I'll probably try to find some more stories that are kind of like that or anything that's pretty weird. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.